tell me no lies.
When I was in grade school, I heard Eddie Arnold playing the guitar. This was in 1948, and he was a country and western star. And so I had to learn to play music like him. So about that same time, I met one of my students, Lupe Garcia, who played the guitar. And for our graduation, she played with her family. And I really thought the guitar was neat. So that's one of the first times I was really influenced by music. Before then, no, I was into sports, and that was about it. It gives you the chance to self-express yourself, or express yourself, and I enjoy it a lot. This old bluegrass song goes way back. It's called Salt River. When I first played, I was about 12 years old, and my dad took me down to, it was called the PIC, P-I-C Theater. It was down in Prospect. This was about in 1948, and I was an aspiring musician. I wanted to sing cowboy and western songs, and that was really my first gig. And I don't know, there were about 10 people in the house, including my dad, who was very indulgent. And I remember playing for that group, and I was shaking so hard, you know, I don't know how I ever did it. This is called Home Sweet Home. It's an old classic bluegrass song, and I'd like to play it for you now. And now I'd like to play a special song, and this is for Bridget, my granddaughter, one of my grandkids, and it's something that she likes. It's called Old Joe Clark. We played in a lot of talent shows, and I remember playing once at the Thornton Minor Hospital, which is no longer in existence. It was for people who had rectal dysfunctions or hemorrhoids. And I remember when I first played at that particular place, the patients would come in to give us a lesson, and they'd all be sitting on little inner tubes. We thought that was rather funny or humorous. This is a kind of a spiritual tune that was played in a lot of bluegrass circles. It was called Bury Me Beneath the Willow, and it was sung kind of slow and solemnly, but anymore a lot of bands play this as a breakdown and really play it fast. So I'd like to play it as a breakdown now. When I was in college, I got into some groups, and we began to play regular popular music. Yeah, it was fun. I played on the radio, KIMO for a while. This was back in the late 1940s, early 50s. You got to impress people. If you played well and if they liked you, it kind of rubbed off on you and you liked that. This is called Farewell Blues, and I guess this is a guy who had lost his girlfriend, but he found a new one. So he's singing Farewell Blues. He's not blue anymore. And here's how it goes. One time I was playing at the Hotel Kansas City Inn for a week, and I had to get off. I think it was a Wednesday night for some reason, I forgot. And I came back the next Thursday, the next day it was Thursday, and one of the band members, the saxophone player, had a cast around his arm. And the drummer had a bandage around his head. And I found out the night I was missing, they had a big brawl. And so I missed the big brawl. I've never been in one yet. So I lucked out, I guess. I missed that one. Okay, this is from the movie Smokey and the Bandit. And it was the theme song from that. And it was called Eastbound and Down. And I'll try to play that for you if I can. I was in a band called the Melody Makers, the Deans of Swing, Charlie Peak and the Dream Serenaders, dance music like Stardust, Sentimental Journey. We played some rock and roll stuff too. I played bass and guitar. I'd switch off, and sometimes I play bass, electric bass, and then other times I play guitar. This is it's kind of a slow blues song. It's called a Couture Blues, and I just kind of made it up.